All right, guys, Shotty T here. We got a video right before reset, and it's perfect timing. It's halftime. My Falcons are playing right now. We're kind of just letting them get away with kicking field goals. We got to take advantage. But anyway, a couple of things. One, we lost the last server war. We actually was winning that server war, but then our versus opponent basically sabotaged our fighting efforts, and we had nobody individually stronger than some of the people in that versus opponent. So they rather sabotage our server war than win their own server war because they came in pretty early. But I digress. A couple of things that did come out of this honor store. You get 2 of these blueprints per month, and I wanted to save this video to show. And of course, it resets 15 days from now, but you got enough. You can get enough blueprints basically to get enough honor points to get 2 of these per month, and then of course gonna do the standard regular blueprint. But now we got another opportunity to get some blueprints with the arena. So we used our apocalypse cannon during the war, so our goal is of course get the top 70. This is a tougher pool to get it this time. That's the reason why we're doing this attempt with 10 minutes left, to make sure that we take advantage of every nook and cranny. So we're going to do the usual mismatch stuff. We're probably going to lose this first match because I think this was the match I left off on. So we're just going to move stuff around, hope it wins, but probably not going to win. All right, so now let's go into the matchups here. Okay, so if we can win 3 out of 3 on some occasions, that'll be great. I think I got a 3 out of 3 opportunity right here. So this will be a 3 out of 3. There we go. Because if you get that, you get an extra 5-point bonus. So that means I can jump up the ladder quicker. So ideally, if I can keep getting those, that'll be great. Looks like another opportunity. So let's see what we can do this time. I think we're going to go a little tricky here, but I think we'll just keep it simple with that there. That should do it. All right. Okay, let's keep it going. 2 for 2. Let's move up. So this is what I was talking about before, especially when you guys see me in the Desert Storm action. It's always good to have a good second and third squad because it really also helps you out with the arena. So I probably could win 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, because these 2 on the end should win. We'll see if I can overpower the first squad with the class advantage, but that's a big power gap. Like if the power gap is that big, it's probably going to be too far. And if I had the time, I would see how close it was. But we want to make sure that we're getting in our attempts. All right, so now it's starting to get a little tighter. I got a 3 out of 3 opportunity here. So we're going to put the gorilla in the middle. And the first and third should be solid. So now the gap isn't as crazy on that first squad. So we should win that one there with the power disadvantage. Okay, so it's a 3 out of 3. We'll take that. All right, let's keep it. About to crack the top 100. So, all right, so here we go. All right, looks like another 3 out of 3 opportunity. All right, so we're just going to put mano y mano. We're just going to put our air on your air, our missile on your missile, and our tank on your tank. That should be simple enough. Sometimes you don't have to worry about the class advantage or disadvantage moving around. Sometimes we just got more power. Just do mano y mano. Ooh, going against a fellow Alliance member. So I don't think I've ever faced him in the arena because his missiles has actually gotten better recently. I think a good opportunity to test my aircraft against his. I think my second and third can be the second and third. So let's go ahead and do that. But let's see what that aircraft. Oh wow, his okay, got too cute there. I could have won 2 out of 3, but I was trying to be nice. And plus, it's an alliance member. I don't want to drop him down. I got enough time. All right, so here we go. All right, so here we go. 2 out of 3. All right, so now we're just gonna make sure we play to win, regardless. If it happens to be another alliance member, sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's see. This is a tricky one here. I think we're going to go with the class advantage again. We might be able to get 3 out of 3 on this one, actually. We might be able to get 3 out of 3 with class advantage, even though overall our power is lower. There it is. Class advantage for the win. That's how people win in those champion duels, by the way. So that's why betting, wagering can be tricky if you got people that know what they're doing. All right, so here we go. This one's going to be, we can keep it simple with a 2 out of 3. We don't want to go too crazy. We're going to just, we'll move the gorilla over here, get 2 out of 3, and move on to the next one. Just keep it simple. I would have loved to beat that first squad, but if I did, I probably would have lost 2 out of 3 trying to beat that first one. All right, so let's keep it going. We got good time here. Let's see. I think we can get 3 out of 3 here this way. Yeah, I think we can do that. There we go. Perfect. I got away with that first matchup there. I think he had some mismatched units there. All right, we might get another 3 out of 3 opportunity. Mano a mano. It looks like we're going to try that. We'll do mano a mano here. We'll put that gorilla over here to match your gorilla. Now, they do have an aircraft in the mix. I think we're going to win the first 2 regardless, but let's just see what happened with that third one. Yeah, that aircraft in the mix. I think Skylar, RNG probably did us in there. That's fine. Not a problem. We just keep it moving. We are officially in the top 70, so we have achieved the Apocalypse Cannon. Now, this is a little tricky. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to keep it simple. Air on, because they got mismatched squads here. But I think we're going to do it this way. Yeah, we'll do it that way. All right. Okay. I don't know if we're going to get top 40 like we've done the last couple of cycles. Because, again, this is a tougher pairing. There's a lot of folks in server 220 that's in here that's pretty powerful. So we'll just be happy to get top 70 this time. And it makes it easier if you're in the top 200 in your server. Because I think when we lost some power, that made it easier for the arena for me to get this Apocalypse Cannon. All right, so here I got a chance to win 3 out of 3. I think, you know what, that third one looks kind of tricky. This whole thing looks tricky, actually. All right, we're just going to keep it this way. I don't like that DBA on that third squad, but we just got to go with it. This person is in combat. Try again later. What? Okay. I guess I look too long. And sometimes you'll get this. I guess I don't get to fight that person, right? Nope, I get the same person. I don't get that. That was strange. All right, we got it. We got it anyway, the DVA. All right, next. Okay, we're solidifying our position in the top 70. Now, this looks like a roadblock. We don't want to take too much time on it. Just take the L and move on. We'll see if we can try to win, but we're going to just take the L and move on. That's fine. Just keep it going. I'm confident that I can get replacement wins to get myself right back in the mix. All right. We should be able to win 2 out of 3 on this one. It won't be easy, though. Let's do this. Let's put our air over there. And I think we're going to trust that our class advantage on that third matchup without the gorilla is just going to win. I want to give my first squad more reinforcements. There we go. All right, perfect. Back in the top 70. All right, we don't need another tough matchup here. All right, this is winnable. Okay, first one. All right, we're going to use that class advantage there. We're going to give them the gorilla just to be safe because my first squad without the gorilla is good enough against that class advantage. All right, here we go. Yeah, use that gorilla wisely, guys. That's all I can tell you. All right, so it should be another win. As long as my overall power is more, I'm definitely going to win. I just don't want to waste too much time in doing it. Let's just keep it simple. I have a chance to win 3 out of 3, but if I mess it up, I could lose 2 out of 3. So let's just keep it simple. He's in combat again. Why do they do that? And then at least let me They're gonna end up letting me fight that same person again. I'm fell down to 70. All right, hopefully they saved the lineup setup. Okay, perfect. All right, yeah. Like I said, I probably could have won that last one, but the gorilla might not have mattered. So then I probably would have lost the middle one. Didn't want to take that chance. All right, let's keep it going. We can't touch their air, so we'll just touch their second and third. Classic stuff I normally do. Okay, the win 2 out of 3. Simple enough. Let's keep it going. Yeah, if you that's what, like a lot of times if you cannot outpower their top squad, just put your best squad on their second best, and your best squad on their second best on their third best. This one is tricky. Once again, you know what? I'm just gonna put mano a mano. Gonna put our air. Yeah, we're just gonna do it that way. That's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They're making it work. They're making me work. I got 9 attempts left. We've got 45 seconds, so we probably got 2 more attempts left. If I lose this, I'm probably gonna have to find a way to. Ooh, this is tricky. All right, we're gonna trust. We're gonna trust. We're gonna put our faith in the first squad. Yes, that was huge, guys. That was huge, and I needed that win apparently. All right, can we? If we get a tough matchup, I'm just gonna stop. Okay, this is winnable. This is winnable. All right, so no, it's not winnable. You know what? I'm just gonna stop and just hope. I just hope that I solidify top 70. All right, we're number 63. Yep. I didn't want to take that chance. That last matchup was too tricky. So I don't know what the final results are. Halftime is about to be over. Unclaimed Secret Boss Award, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. We'll take that there. All right, so let's find out. All right, we are in a new versus. We're facing the alliance that we been wanting to face this whole time. That has one of our former server members. So this is going to be a showdown week. And looks like there's a new event. So we'll probably save that video for tomorrow because, again, I had to get back to my Falcons. But we are going to see if we complete it, that we get that ranking, that we replace our current Apocalypse Cannon with another one. The suspense is getting at me right now. Come on, suspense. And by the way, I formed 750,000 points. Again, guys, that's what you got to do. Just and if everybody in the alliance does that, that's a lot of points. Like day ones are crucial. All right, so that's the arms race. I don't need to see that. I don't want to see the arms race. I want to see the arena. There it is. But weekly donation rate. No, we don't want to see that. We want to see the arena. All right, I think they're slowly but surely. All right, let's just do some day one stuff while we're waiting. At least get these boxes out the way. Let's get some stamina going here. Actually, let's get our first blood with this. Let's get our first blood with this. And this is the last day of Canyon Storm registration, by the way, guys. So make sure you get that done because you don't want to be shorthanded. So let's go ahead and get our first blood with that. And let's use War Fever to help, even though I should be able to get that now. All right, now do we have it? Nope, that's donation rankings once again. Okay, there it is. Did we get it? Yes, number 64. So we got another one, 2,500 more honor points. So check it there. And we're going to get some more of these stuff out of the honor store. The campaign store has reset again, by the way, so make sure you take advantage of that. All right, so we are in business. Winter Storm should get us another blueprint. We'll be able to have 5. We're going to hold to get 20 so we can take our air defense units to 4 stars. All right, guys, so we're going to stop it here. But we're going to definitely talk about this event that's coming up. It might be let's just do a sneak preview of what it looks like. Rewards are upgraded now. Okay. All right, well, that's cool. Is that it? Oh, Street Rush. All right, so we will see what that's about in a separate video. But that'll do it, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.